Okay, let's try this again. This is third time lucky. And if it doesn't work this time, I'm going to call it quits. I surrender. Feel like I'm swimming upstream. Anybody else? What the flip is going on? Why is it so challenging? Why is it so challenging? Why am I finding it so challenging? With all the work I've done and all the resources I have and all the understanding I have. And it's not, there's a lot I don't understand, but there's enough. There's enough that I understand to just go, Jessie, don't sweat the small stuff. Jessie, this feeling will pass. This is all a necessary evil taking place. Just strap in. You know what to do. Hold the line. And yet, I crumble. Another live. Good evening. Yeah, good evening. Hello, everyone. Hi, another live. Yeah, this is keeping me going at the moment. And I don't know if this is healthy. I don't, but at least I know here I feel somewhat at service. I feel engaged and I'm not crying mess, basically. Hey, everyone. Hi. So the topic is unknown today. We're going to see what appears in the mirror. Hey, guys. I still wonder if you're all men. I still wonder if you're all middle-aged men. And I wonder, right, why if this is us, right? What is it that I have to share with you and you with me that's brought us together like this? It's actually not. Let me just say, I'm kind of exaggerating that a little bit. So at the moment, my statistics are mostly men. It's like 70% men, 30% women, and actually the age range is 25 to 35. So my age group, basically. I'm a 35-year-old man, not quite middle-aged yet. Yeah, exactly. So excuse me, huh? If somebody called me middle-aged, I'll also be like, we're not there yet, are we? But soon, though. All right. Okay. I'm super tetchy and sensitive and prickly because I'm in the luteal phase of my menstruation cycle, and I'm telling you guys, it's a tricky place to be. Only because this stage demands introspection and being really soft and kind with oneself. And that is sometimes challenging for me to do, because usually what it means is I need to sit down and cry and process emotion and face things that I'm avoiding for the rest of the month. And so rather than just do that, I keep on distracting and I get myself all in a tizzy. And God, you know, like the energy that you bring to things is like an immediate sort of effect on how that thing goes. You know, when I cook for myself and I'm home alone, the food always tastes so good because I'm not in a hurry. I'm not feeling any stress or pressure. And I'm usually got some music on and I'm singing, and all of that love and good energy is going into my food, taking my time, and I eat it and I'm like, mm. Now, if I am cooking for people and then I'm thinking, oh my God, they have to like it. And what if they think I'm bad? And I get all stressed and like, all in a tizzy. I really do. And I'll burn it and I'll cook some things too soon so it will go cold. And then I'll be getting like all of my stress goes into the food. And then I'm eating it and they're like, and I'm like, they're lying. All right. Okay, look, we've got all the ages going on. Oh, by the way, guys, I believe I've left the chat replay live this time. Like it's going to show in the recording, just so you know that. This is being saved. It's not just present. And I'm just running an experiment. Okay, I'm just going to see what that is like. So know that. Know that. Speak now or forever hold your peace. I'm not pink, also white. My channel is mostly women subscribers. Are you a male? Isn't that funny? I'm getting old. 55 white man, American, 43. I'm building Warhammer while listening to you. Oh, that's fun. Oh, isn't it fun doing stuff like that? Painting tiny little things. But yes, if others were here, I'd be dropping bits all over. I watch you for the same reason I watch Third Eye Tyrone. We are talking about the same stuff. I cook for myself if I'm very, very hungry. Otherwise, I can't eat all alone. Ah, okay. I'm actually quite used to eating alone. But when I lived in the other place with the girls, it was really nice. We had lunch together when they worked from home. And I honestly feel eating should be done with others. I just think it should. But that could be because I was raised that way. So it's what we're used to, isn't it? So, guys, I kind of feel today like discovering something new. But am I just resisting like the old, worn out? I'll be honest with you, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm really fed up. I'm really fed up today with the state of the world and having to just like hold the line. Hi, there's 11 of us. Can you see how many people there are? Yeah, yeah, 11. Okay. I'm starting to question whether it was okay. So I was like, I'm not in the mood today, guys. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood. And but something was like, do a live. And maybe I just need to get through. I need to like it's like teasing. I need to get through this little initial bit because my sister just called me up, right? While I was making dinner. And I'm just in a stressy mood. And she was like, well, do you want to talk? And I was like, well, not really. I feel like crap. She was like, well, yeah, me too. And it was about 4 minutes of like, well, then. And somehow we managed to wade through that. And then we spoke for an hour. So it could be the same here. I need to wade through. I need to find my footing. I'm in so much resistance. Okay, I've just thought of something. I've been watching this interview today. Not interview, that's not what it was. It was a therapy session with a diagnosed narcissist. And what is so beautiful about this is her dedication to heal from this. And her bravery actually to have this whole session filmed. And hey, welcome! You caught us live. Aw, thank you for sharing that because I'm in a bad mood, but I feel like being in a brighter mood now. It's this motivation from others, like for showing up for others, really motivates me. So I'm watching this therapy session with diagnosed narcissist, and basically love her honesty because she's like, I don't like women. I don't even feel any need to have a connection with them, and yet here I am. And like, what's wrong with me? Why don't I want a connection with women? And part of me is thinking of doing let me know if you guys would like this, right? Because they do those response videos. And I would like us to watch that video and pause it and me put in my 2 Ps because the therapist is doing her job as a psychotherapist, but it lacks something, which is what I've done in my training, which I feel is a lot more effective. So the psychotherapist is quite sort of stony faced, there's not much like validating going on, or there's not much reassurance happening. And so I'm watching it and I'm actually a bit frustrated with how she's doing her job. And like, no disrespect, because I'm sure she's really, really effective with some people. But this individual was not feeling heard or understood, because incredibly smart woman and very honest and brave and really genuinely curious of like, help me. If I'm doing that, help me. And I don't think so. Then she would get like in her head, and then the therapist would be like, so what's going on right now? And it's like, I'm really worried what you think of me. And she's like trying to impress and do this. And let me just get what was missing. It's like she didn't know how to help and like where to go or where to take it. Because this woman was going, help me then. How do I stop doing that? And she helped in the way that she could and was like, yeah, that's a really interesting question. But for me, it was like, oh, I had so much I wanted to say, basically, to honor. And this is what I'm learning when we do sessions: honor that individual as a sovereign, intelligent, wise being that has the answers inside of them, that needs guidance to direct, or at least bring awareness to how their mechanisms are keeping them stuck. And I didn't see that happening. It was happening sometimes. It was a bit. But she was like, so how do I stop this? And she was so genuinely interested. So this is where mirror work comes in, because it's reflecting back and actually reassuring the person. When you have like these narcissistic types, right? They're so terrified of being rejected, fragile. And it's not that you I have a block with this word, enable. That's one of those words that just every time I want to use it, it's gone. Uh-oh. Why? Why, Jessie? Why? Oh no. I'll pin it. It's not enabling or protecting their identity, but it's making it safe for them to be vulnerable. Because if you don't make any room or any concession to empathize with their position, they will remain defensive. And then you're not getting anywhere. Because what was happening, this woman was feeling really defensive. And then she was saying, I'm feeling I'm like, oh my God, why am I doing this? Like, she was defending. She was like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? And all I wanted to say is like, well, you're defending yourself. And that's okay. It has to be made clear for people, like all of us, that when we're defending, that it's okay that we're defending, that we're not judging that, because it's so easy for us when somebody's in defense mode for us to respond to that. It's like, and the work, if we can lend the compassion and see beyond that and offer a space of safety beyond all of the behaviors, not enabling them, because that's what happened at the end of this interview. It started getting like, they're both like laughing and they're both trying to please each other, basically. And it's like, oh God, fine, it happens. But yeah, creating a safe space where like everything's welcome, even your defense mechanisms, and it's like, I see it and that's okay. I'm going to go to the comments now, see what you guys are saying about it. What would you do if a bag of money was no object, but it would take you 10 years to manifest? What would I do? Keep on keeping on? Like, I don't know. What would I do? What do you mean? I'd just keep on, wouldn't I? With less money, with no money. Like, Could you clarify your question? Because if money was no object, but it would take 10 years to manifest, I'd just keep on keeping on. Yay, I believe in you, Jessie. I send warm feelings of love and support, my friend. Thank you. Same to you. You're deep in the middle of big change, living situation just a part of it. So even in the middle of it all, it's still a spiraling roller coaster. So resistance comes and goes. Yeah, thank you. And that, my friends, is exactly what I'm talking about. I feel so validated and seen, and my guards dropped. Because it's basically saying, hey, if you're like you've just offered me exactly what I was just saying needs to be offered. Now I'm gonna cry. You know, you definitely should. The best part of your streams are hearing your insight on things. Thank you. I think I should, because as I was watching it, somebody, a comment appeared where it's like, I wish somebody would do a running commentary on this. And I was like, I'd have to figure out how to do that, but I'm sure it's possible. Don't join the dog pile when someone's feeling the need to defend. Support their current reality and help them through it. Yeah. It's like accessing and speaking to the person beyond that. You know, it's like when I went into this shop the other day and I'm like effing and blinding, which, by the way, so embarrassing because I was at a crossing. I found this out today. I was at a crossing and I crossed and this car didn't stop and it like, I went back and it went, and I was like, held it there for a good like 10 seconds and the other car stopped. I went back to that crossing today. It's bloody traffic light. I was in the wrong. Anyway, I'm effing and blinding, right? So talk about humility. I was just like, oh God. So we were the villains in each other's story that day. That's fine. And this woman, despite my like stony mad face, still served me with grace and kindness. And it broke through, you know, and it's really a practice. I'm sure all of you guys here know this and do this, and it's just a good reminder, isn't it? This is our practice to, when we can, when we've got the capacity, which isn't all the time. And the beautiful thing is when we don't, then other people sort of tend to offer it back. Do you think we're not seeing bad nightmares in the middle of the night? So we are weak creatures who suffer many problems in life. Some of us may be luckier than others. Do you think we are not seeing bad nightmares in the middle of the night? I don't know. I don't know who you are. When you say we, who do you mean? My dreams. So I've stopped smoking. Hey, which means I dream vividly every night, and I have my superpower back. And I might have talked about this before, but I have a superpower with dreams. When I was a young warthog, at night, because nobody had told me otherwise, I would be like, I'm going to dream about the beach tonight. And I would go to sleep and I'd be on the beach. And then the next day I'd be like, I'm going to dream about flying in the forest tonight. And then I would go to the sleep and I'd be flying in the forest. And I used to have all kinds of dreams. I'd have recurring dreams, so I'd teach kids that I knew how to fly. How cool is that? And so dreams are a bit of a superpower for me. And then I got addicted to weed, which just numbed that superpower of mine. And it's been like on and off throughout my life. But when I stop, and now I've stopped and it's come back in full force. And I wake every night, waking up and I don't write it down, I record it on my phone, but I do actually have a little dictaphone. And yeah, I'm having very vivid dreams basically, and they're so unbelievably loud, let's say. How would your life change now if you could do anything, money not an object? Okay, I get you. How would it if money wasn't an object and I didn't need money, the first thing I'd do is move out of the city. And I would find some land that had water source, and preferably like fertile ground, although I know you can make that happen, but anywhere where there's sun where I could grow things. And I would build a little tiny home, and my tiny home would have like one side almost all glass and window looking out onto my little garden. And that would be the first thing that I do, is create a space in nature that I could live in and just be connected to the earth and the land every day, all day. That would be the first thing that I'd do. Then I would keep going with this, and alongside this, start building this, but in person, like in the place that I was. So I might start offering workshops or circles. I don't know. I'd have to figure that out. But I'd want to be creating a community in person as well as building this, and like continuing with the mirror sessions. That's what I'd do. That's the first thing I'd do. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And I know it's like, okay, so just do that anyway. But uh, I don't know where I can do that or how. I don't know. Am I holding myself back here? Oh, and I'd buy a car. I'd buy a car. I'd buy a purple Suzuki. And that'd be how I got around. Talking about smoking weed or cigarettes, both. I've quit smoking everything. There was a superpower. Oh my God, my dreams are the craziest experiences, but I can't control them. To be honest, though, if I were to control them, they would be half as entertaining. Yeah, you see, maybe you don't want to control your dreams. Maybe it's, maybe you don't want to. You know, I honestly believe like those that can and those that can't, it's like a choice, and it's kind of what serves us most. At the moment, I can't. That was when I was a child. I haven't lucid dreamed in a long time. We, human generation, we are others who are not in your life at the moment. We, okay, hi, we. My dream's scripted. I think there's different types of dreams. I think some dreams are just in the astral plane and they're happening in another reality. I think some dreams are even in this reality, but just in the astral. I think some dreams are your subconscious speaking to you and resolving things and purging things, like very, very strong emotion. I think it's a very good thing to have in a dream, because I think you're resolving it. It's coming to the conscious mind. And then I think there's dreams that are meaningless, and like the day to day, just processing the day. Maybe there's more. Any more? I love dreams. A week ago, I dreamt that I went to McDonald's with Obama, but the way was blocked with many trees and plants, so we had to fight our way through. Obama was chill about the situation, which helped a ton. Okay, good. So what does he mean to you? Or do you feel like it was one of those real ones where you were with him? Or it's what he represents, huh? Are you American? President? Yeah, I dreamt my own nocturnal realities, exactly, because I was just so bloody free as a child. And I have my parents to thank for that, because they are also quite free beings. Like, this is why I'm not brainwashed that well by like a lot of the brainwashing that happens on this planet, because neither my parents weren't. And we didn't have a TV till I was like 10 or 11. So I skipped a lot of the brainwashing stuff, which I'm very grateful for, and my parents, you know, and I wasn't raised religious or anything. So I'm lucky in that respect. Still was educated in school, and I'm a human being, and I'm still susceptible, of course, but you finally got the live. Hey, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Greetings from Berlin. Hey, Obama is just very, very cool, I guess. Okay, so you're with somebody, a cool aspect of yourself. Good. Hola, hola, Linda. Hola, Linda. I never intend to see Obama in my dreams, but no, of course. What am I drinking in a day? Random questions, but I drink probably 3 cups of tea. I have an English breakfast or an Earl Grey in the morning with oat milk, and then in the day I'll have herbal teas, and I drink this much water, which is 500 ml, I believe. Okay, let's just take a moment. I feel like pausing here. Oh my gosh. I've been 10 years sober in April. Congratulations. That's amazing. Well done. Yay. The only way is up. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Oh, guys, the other day, should I save it? Let me just say this. I'm working on a theme tune. Right, it's a bit of a joke. Okay, don't get your hopes up. But what Obama is really in this chat. I don't know anything about politics. I don't really engage because it's just a complete clown show and always has been, and none of them are telling the truth. And I just can't be bothered to engage. I think it's very important people do and they call it out, but it's not my area. Okay. And I'm okay with that. Horses for courses. Not everyone can do everything. So yesterday there was like quite a healthy distinction made for me about my question was, I want to be chosen. Hold up. And then somebody said it's different to wanting a partnership. And I see what they mean. It totally is true that me being chosen was being validated by somebody who was never going to validate me, because I was seeking resolve still. And that's been really interesting. And I'm still processing that a little bit, but it's going well. And since that, I'm thinking about love, right? Because don't you think anyone that you kind of meet in partnership and you've got like an insecure attachment style, anyone you meet will bring up the core wound, right? This is my thinking, this is my belief. I could be wrong, and I'm very happy to be wrong about that. So come at me if you think I'm wrong. So I guess now my next question is like my next. Now I'm not needing to be validated by another, right? I don't need them to choose me. I choose myself. But there's still like this um, attraction there, and wondering, like, I wonder if this relationship could be something, not out of him choosing me and being validated, but just as two human beings that really get along. Where's the line? I suppose it's like whether you're like actively working on it together, is it? Because it can't just be one person working on this stuff in the relationship, like, at least for me. When you suddenly cleared your throat, I was imagining you mocking your excessively phlegmatic neighbor again. He's gone away for 3 weeks. Thank God. Hopefully when he gets back, his allergies have gone. I actually feel a bit bad because I think he heard me talking about it on the phone to my sister, because then our landlord came and he was saying in the corridor, because you can hear everything, he was like, "Can you let the lady know that my cough is to do with allergies and it is going to go away?" I heard him say that. So I'm like, how does he know that it's bothering me? And I'm like, okay, either I'm in the Truman Show or he overheard me talk on the phone. I empathize with it. I feel bad now. I feel bad. I'm like, oh God, poor guy. He's just coughing with allergies, you know? Maybe there's a theme here, Jessie. Give it, bring it. What do you mean? like with the traffic lights. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I feel it coming. What do you mean? What's the theme? Oh God, you guys calling me out. I say no more. Oh, please don't be put off by me feeling uncomfortable. This is what it's like to face the shadow, huh? This is what it's like to face the parts we've repressed. Oh, come on. I know I need to get off my high horse here. I know I do. I know I do. I'm not going to be able to do these lives every night if I'm just going to be humbled. I am strong. I am strong. I know. I'm okay to face the parts of me. All right. I've got a good antidote to my shame. We can laugh at her. Love is a bunch of unwritten rules and the contracts that you both intuitively know. And if you both don't break the contracts too much, then you'll both get huge rushes of endorphins and it gets bigger. Cool. I like that take on it. Thank you. Yeah, but yeah, basically, yeah, there's no rule book. Thank you. I always try to do things right. Big props to you. I struggled to articulate it. I hope the implication was enough, and now I feel on the spot. Hey, well, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That is totally fine. You can keep stum, whatever you want. Sometimes prodding is just enough, you know. Oh, you're joking. You do know. Well, I don't know you, right? So I don't know how to read you. There's a massive rule book. Oh. You see how we're all living in our own worlds. And I say something thinking that's going to get through to them, and you perceive it in the way that you do, and then you say stuff to me and I'm like, that's what they mean, and you're like, no, it's not. How do we get anything done? This is why I like telepathy. Who here's experienced telepathy, which is communication through the heart, and it's instant. It's not even a dialogue. It's very fast and a sensation of transmitting knowing to one another. Anyone experience this? I love it. And it's so much faster and clearer than us using words to try and get our point across, even though words aren't bad and we have a lot of them, which is cool. And we can play with them, which is fun. But telepathy is just something else. Something else. And telepathy is through the heart. So heart-mind coherence needed. As in, the heart's got to be activated and preferably grounded, the body. Has anyone heard about these grounding sheets that you get in your bed and if they work or not? Because I'm thinking about getting one, but I don't know if it's a big old scam. Also, Willow. I'm completely avoiding that, so I might have to go back to it. Please let telepathy come in like a storm and clear the garbage from our minds. Oh my God. Do you understand if telepathy came in a storm, how destructive that would be for people's psyches? Because most people are not honest with others nor with themselves. And telepathy, there is no room for dishonesty. You can't lie. So in my years of it being awakening in me, it's been years of me clearing out the way that I think. Because I was so judgmental as a defense mechanism. I had a really critical, judgmental mind. And then that started to become loud. And then I realized I can't keep judging and criticizing people inside because they can feel it. And then I had a lot of shame, and I'm still weeding that. So it can't come in thick and fast. This is like, it's got to be a gradual process, and we need to clean out internally. We need to pick out the weeds because everything is given freely and shared. And when we're so corrupt inside, ain't nice, it's nasty, man. All this corruption we see out there. inside of us. I wash my dead body, bury myself every morning, and I'm reborn again. Cool. I think I just meant that you seem to presently be quite aware of your initial reactions to things and being quite contemplative after the fact. Like you're reassessing. Absolutely. Even the live that I did yesterday, I watched it again today and I'm like, I'm so defensive. And afterwards I was like, Jessie, slow down. And it's happening again. And I'll probably watch this live back and be like, what? Maybe to a subconscious goal. Yeah, you plug it in the wall to ground. Yeah. Which doesn't really make sense to me because in Europe they don't have the grounding bit. It's just two prongs. But one of them's grounding, it must be, right? Grounding sheets work great. 2 years for me. Inflammation down and dreams more vivid. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to get one. Thanks. It's painful, isn't it? But reflection is transformative. Willow, you see something I don't see here. Because even if I'm like something in the moment and then I reflect, like why, that's kind of how I operate. So I don't see what you're getting at. And I'm very open to hear it. And it might come afterwards. It might be, is there any wizard here right now? For sure there are wizards here. For sure there are. Any travel plans this year, Jessie? It depends on how my financial abundance goes. But part of me, when I finish this course, at the end of in 2 weeks, I go on this course for 2 weeks. It's the last module. Then finally, everything that I earn isn't going there. It's been like a 2-year sacrifice of just basics, food, gym, rent, and then everything else going to that. No extras for 2 years, and I miss it. And part of me is like, okay, I'm going to do this course. I'm going to finish working at the school till June, and then I'm going to go to India or Nepal, climb a mountain, and just have a break, take a holiday. 7 years I would have been in Portugal, and it's been 7 years in the chrysalis, let me tell you. 7 years in the chrysalis. I am ready to fly now. It's been too long here. And so lonely. So lonely. I've met lots of people, don't get me wrong, but it's been really like my time here. Go fly. I will. My time has come. 2020 for me was like total reset. Total reset. I was like born again. And then all these years I've been like a little child. Like, how do I live in this world as who I am now? And like now I feel like I'm a little bit more matured and ready, and that is going to just continue. But yeah, enough is enough. Lisbon, thank you. And I'm out. I'm out. Oh, I just got a no from my body, so maybe I'm not. 15 people watching. To be honest, at this point, you might as well start a streaming career. This chat is on fire. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, how do I do is this a streaming career? What's a streaming career? How do I do that? I definitely could stream. I think I am streaming, right? People like it. And honestly, that thing where it's like, when you're doing because you lose track of time. I could sit here all night and chat. All night. I could with you guys. It's just easy. It's just like I don't get bored. The only thing that happens is my eyes get a little fuzzy. I don't know the computer. That's the only thing. Boom, boom, boom. I repotted this plant today. He's going to be much happier. That reflection did affect me. It wasn't just a process without an outcome. Never is. This chat is on fire. This chat is on fire. Oh, forgive me. Mhm. Like at the ukulele. I can't stay, but I'm actually a wizard. Thank you, Davids. Thank you for the wizard energy, bringing it in. And that's cool. We got places to go, things to do. Weekend plans, yoga tomorrow. You're very nosy, aren't you? You remind me of my gran. She'll meet people on the street and she's like, right, who do you live with? Where were you born? What are you doing? Where are you going? What time are you doing it? We are holy magicians, lol. Yeah, yeah. Or we just think we are. And we're all delusional as each other. How will we ever know? Okay, I'm feeling really good right now. Thank you, everyone, for this lovely energy you're bringing. Let me just close my eyes and be quiet a minute, and I'll just see if there's anything else I want to say. Otherwise, I feel myself getting sleepy. So take care. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Let me just see if there's anything else. Oh, I just got a sesame seed from my tooth. Delicious. Oh my goodness. I love them. You know, I'm having trouble with my eyes at the minute, and apparently it's a thing collectively on the planet. Everyone's like heads, eyes, nose, mouth, all of these organs are like undergoing a transformation. So I've heard, don't take it from me. I don't know about this stuff. All I can say is I'm experiencing it with my eyes. And it happens where like I'll be sat on the bus and then suddenly I'm like really squinting. That's never happened to me before. I feel so autistic. Anyone else? Neurodivergent, maybe. I love it when my teeth give me little treat, right? Especially toasted sesames. Bye. Listen, everyone's going. It's time to go, isn't it? It's time to go. All right. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm very curious what this was all about, but just hanging out sometimes fun. You made my evening. I appreciate it. So, guys, I will love you and leave you. Remind you that I have a mailing list if you would like to join. I also do mirror sessions one-on-one. So check out the link if you feel the call. Otherwise, no worries. Your presence is enough. I really mean that. So thank you. Good night. Have a good time. Let's spread the light, guys. Let's spread the light because we've got this. Okay, bye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye.